We've implemented solutions to where we're going through a roster and we come across a contractor that may have worked there for 8 years. And although somebody's direct manager is aware of that role, oftentimes leadership is not aware that person is out there. And so, why hasn't this person been hired? What's the reason behind it? And so, oftentimes it highlights opportunities to either hire somebody directly or to say, is this role really needed? So, I think the visibility is a starting point of everything we do, not only from a legal compliance, but just from an overall operational aspect for our clients.
We also see a lot of clients that engage with a lot of 1099 independent contractors. And sometimes that's a huge driver because legal and compliance within the customer has identified that it's possible that these 1099s may not actually qualify. For instance, we have a lot of California based companies, and California is very strict. We've seen a lot of new MSPs, new customers that come through to us that their main driver is ensuring that everyone is classified correctly because the ramifications, as we've seen with other customers within the state, have had to pay pretty hefty fines for misclassification. So we help to ensure that everyone is classified correctly. We have our own in-house legal and compliance team who will take that on and add that as a service for that customer, especially if we know that's a huge pain point for them.
Because we support throughout the United States, we understand that there's different rules and policies and regulations. For example, some states require harassment training. And so we need to make sure that contingent workers are completing harassment training. We're just going through, for instance, workplace violence. So we have counsel that really goes and makes sure that they're up to date in regards to what are the new laws, what are the new pay transparency, I think is one of them as well, of what's happening with changes and really making sure that we're up to speed with all the rules and regulations by state. So compliance is a very big component, even more so now, even with existing customers that might have to have audits that come from time to time and making sure that we have all the information, the documentation for these contingent workers. Some programs will ask about tenure to see, okay, how long has a worker been working as a contingent worker? What does that look like? So compliance is a huge factor as to why most companies want to go through MSP and really go through an implementation to have one program that can really support in doing all of this for them.
To touch on audits, we're seeing it more and more that a lot of our new customers are public. And so they are required to adhere to compliance requirements, and they usually hire consultants to assist them with that. And so a lot of the pain points that we're seeing from an IT perspective in date tracking, lapsed access, deep provisioning. So our solution really helps to fill in that gap. So that is something that we are seeing, and it is top of mind to our customers. And we do have processes in place in order to ensure that those requirements are satisfied on the customer's end as well.